gentlemen, welcome to the Failed Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Justin K. Height. I also go by J10. This podcast basically is something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I've spent some time recently keeping a notepad of some of the most important things I think that happened in my journey as an artist, and more importantly, the obstacles I've overcome and some of the challenges, bumps on the road, and some of the important lessons I've learned through the sacrifice. This is going to be a podcast where I do tell a lot of stories. This is something I wanted to give back. I've met so many interesting people in my years working. And just to give a little background, I am a graphic designer. I do mostly print and web design. I've also dabbled in some fine art, a little bit of music. I played in a couple bands. That was a big part of my life. And been on set for a couple movies and small productions. Done some cool stuff as a makeup artist. I've done some haunted houses and vampires and zombie makeup. And I've gotten to work with some really awesome productions, photo shoots. I know some photographers that I've gotten to work with, and just amazing things, amazing people along the way in my journey. And not everything exactly worked out the way that I thought it would. I'm certainly not sitting here right now in the ideal place that I thought I would be. I didn't necessarily accomplish everything that I set out to do, but then there were a lot of things along the way that I have been blessed and fortunate through hard work and perseverance and a little bit of luck. Some opportunities that were gifted to me that I was able to accomplish. So what I'd like to do with this podcast is share some of those experiences, maybe for some of the younger artists out there and people that who maybe need to find inspiration. I think it's important that we take time to acknowledge and appreciate the hard work and the road that we've traveled and the journeys and the experiences that I think are lost. So I really had to dig back and go back to how the story began and really break apart some of these major life-changing experiences and times in my life that I learned through failure. And it's something that I don't think we talk about a whole lot. As people, as human beings, everyone wants to celebrate the accomplishments, and we're so enamored when we look at, when we watch TV and we watch TMZ and, your award shows, and we want to celebrate championships, and we want to celebrate, awards and accolades and things that, celebrations. But a lot of time, what gets swept under the rug is the sacrifices, the relationships, the trials and tribulations that we go through as an artist. And I feel that I have been blessed myself through my own journey with meeting so many interesting people and going through these unique opportunities. And I'm blessed. I really, truly am. So I wanted to share, and this is important to me. This show it has been important to me for a while. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I subscribe to several podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. And I'm really inspired by a lot of what I've heard. And maybe I'll go into some of those in the future and share some of those with you. But I'm a big fan of giving back and sharing. I think that's what this is all about in the end. I think that me sharing my story, hopefully it will inspire, at least one person out there. What you can expect on this show, if you choose to subscribe and you choose to follow, I think you're going to find that, life's not all roses, as they say. I have a lot of great, interesting triumphs to share that I will be getting into, and some really exciting stories. But you're going to hear some difficult ones too, and there are some downs that you're going to hear. But hopefully if you listen to this, it's going to be a little bit entertaining for you. And hopefully a little inspiring. Maybe you're going through something right now. Maybe you're going through, in your own journey, your own complications. Maybe you're going through a difficult time. Maybe, you're setting goals forward right now for yourself. Maybe you've got a list of things that you want to get done, some accomplishments, some long-term goals, some short-term goals. Maybe you're going through a difficult relationship or a job change, or you're just looking at yourself in the mirror the same way that I do every day, asking yourself, what's next? What's next for me? So that's what you can expect on this show. It's you're gonna find a friend in me. It's gonna be somebody who you can count on to show you everything. I'm gonna give you the whole story. I'm not just gonna tell you about the triumphs. I'm gonna tell you about the nasty parts of the story. And some of the horrible things that unfortunately had to be sacrificed in order to get here. So let's hope that you can pull from this, from just one person's story. I'm just one fish swimming in the sea right now. And this is just a blip on the scale, a blip on the radar, just another brick in the wall. And I really want you to take the time to appreciate that. So, I'll have a couple guests on the show, I suppose. I've got a whole notepad full of notes. We're going to dig right into them. And, you can expect a lot of ups and downs and some good stories along the way. So if you're an artist, or if you just maybe like to hear the story and perspective from an artist, I'm going to give you mine. So I hope you guys do appreciate this. This is the Failed Artist Podcast.